Hey, let's work on a little bit of strumming. How about a G chord? When you strum, try not to hit the strings too hard unless you need to for some dramatic punctuation. But on average, if you hit the strings too hard, the strings are going to slap against the frets. There's only so much movement they can do before they kind of distort and make kind of an ugly sound. So, you don't want it too soft, but you want the pick to go through the strings, not just, maybe 4, 3, or 5, or 2 strings. If you got a G chord with 6 strings, try to get all 6. So that's why I always have my students check each string of the chord as you're kind of warming up, making sure your guitar is reasonably well tuned. So try to push through evenly. Your arm shouldn't go too far away, but it should go far enough to get a good even stroke. If it's too short, you might, those are partial strums. I'm just shooting for a full 6-string push. Alright, you get the idea. So let's try some, those are important little ideas, I think. Let's try just some whole notes at 77 beats a minute on a G. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do some half notes. So I'm using, on my strumming hand, I'm using my fingers to brush lightly across the pick guard. I call that my feeler gauge, so I can tell, just lightly brush against the, if you want to. And it feels the same every time. So I use the sense of touch to kind of regulate my, continuity or consistency. And, sometimes people say, well, I thought you're supposed to strum over the sound hole. You can, but I'm usually back somewhere around the back edge of the sound hole. If you go back further, it gets noticeably brighter. I just go where my arm is comfortable. All right, let's do some quarter notes. 2, ready, go. Cool. Hey, here's a little detail. When you strum, you don't have to kind of push through with one instant sound. You can occasionally, it sounds really good to kind of stagger on a chord. Hear that? Like a da 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 dum. That's a nice sound, and in songs that will sound awesome in the right place, unless you need that kind of instant push, kind of chop. But if you, sometimes just that slightly staggered is, just use your ears. All right, now if we move up to 8th notes, we're going to do the down up picking, or the down up pattern. Let's try some down up. Usually the upstroke is a little lighter, the downstroke's a little heavier. So the upstroke, you can hit maybe 4 or 5 strings coming up, or 6. You don't have to hit all 6 coming up. Let's see how it goes. 8th notes. Here I go. cool. All right, so that's the eighth note, just the regular. The nice thing about that, when you do a quarter note, you have to come up anyway. So it's like 1 and, because you have to come up to, this is like top position, you have to return. So as you're going back to here to do another quarter note, you're just hitting them coming up on the and. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, now we can start leaving a note or two out. So if we do 2 quarter notes followed by 4 eighth notes, that's going to sound like 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. Let's try that with the metronome. 2, ready, go. I'm really liking that. It's kind of like, I call it raking the chord, raking across the strings. I think it's a beautiful sound. So that was 1, 2, 3 and 4 and down, 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 up, down, up. We can kind of turn that inside out and go down, up, down, up, down, down. I don't like this one as much, but let's just try it for flexibility. Here we go. Down, down, up. I really wouldn't use that in a lot of songs, but as far as an exercise and understanding our quarter notes and eighth notes, it's a decent thing. Here's a more common thing. If we do 1 quarter note followed by the rest as eighth notes, that'd be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. So on the 1, it's a little stronger, like 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try it. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's pleasant. I'm sure, and so you can play with those, quarter notes and eighth notes. You can probably, there's many combinations. I don't really worry about it too much. I just do a few different patterns. If I need to come up with something on the fly, I'm sure I could, but I keep it pretty simple. All right, here's the classic. This one goes down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. So that's down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2 and 4 and. So on. There's 3 is missing. So we're going to leave 3 out. I call that the ghost strum. So 3 is not sounded. This is a great one. I'm going to start that again. 1, 2, ready, go. That's a cool one. So yeah, of course you can speed these up. I'm lazy. I like to play stuff at lower tempo, just kind of chill out. When you gotta speed up, it just if I'm on stage and there's drums and bass and guitars and vocals or whatever's going on, then I'm ready to speed up. But for sitting around the house, I'm kind of lazy. I like just kind of a relaxed tempo. So the metronome I'm using is called a Strobo Plus. This is made by Peterson, and so it's a tuner. And to make it a metronome, you have to purchase some sort of a code or something. You have to call Peterson, and they'll walk you through installing it on your tuner. So you've got a metronome. I think it's around $15 for the app or whatever it is. But I was looking at I knew it was a tuner. I thought, man, this thing's obviously could be a metronome. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't know you had to upgrade it, so that was interesting. So I'm playing my Gibson J-100 here. This thing's pretty cool. I always like to show the back of the neck, how it's kind of worn around here from just playing down in this position. So yeah, it's missing a bunch of finish here, a little bit on the back, and then on the side, and that's just for my thumb hanging over the top. So this is how I kind of hold the guitar. I've taught lessons on this for maybe 30 years and recorded with it, and I don't really take it out of the house much, but I do rent it out occasionally, and for people that are in the studio and they need a really good acoustic. Oh, fun. And they freak out. They're like, oh my gosh, the strings are really close to the frets. They're almost sitting on it. Oh my gosh. If you play soft, it does not buzz, but I mean, there's about a hair's width between the string and the fret. I think I filed that down myself. I might have gone a little far. So yeah, that's just a little strumming. If you watch like George Jones, he's just kind of randomly strumming a few strums, because I don't know if he's even plugged in, But some country guys don't really plug in, and they've got the band back there. The guitar is just something for them to hang on to, give their hands something to do, give them a security blanket. I've seen it many times. So yeah, man, this thing's pretty cool. Gibson J-100. It's from 1994. I beat it to death just teaching lessons on it. So that's why I'm the guitar teacher, and it's a fun job. All right, I'm rambling, obviously, but work on your strumming and just keep it relaxed. Don't shove the pick through the strings. Make it float. It's cool. You're going to do great. Thank you.